Hey everyone, it's Amber from What It Takes with a video on our nice new YouTube page. I hope you guys like the new look and that you've kind of crossed over from our old one. If you used to follow our old YouTube page, it's actually now on my personal page, which I found a little bit easier because I talk more than just about the makeup industry. So I was like, well, I'll just like switch it to my personal one. But today I'm talking about 4 ways to get back into the groove of pursuing your dreams. So basically, it's like, in other words, how to get back in the groove of staying motivated. I recently was just working on something that took a lot of my time and my energy, and it took a little while after everything was wrapped to really get back into the groove of everything. So I felt the need and I felt the desire to create this little video all about that particular subject, basically just getting back into the groove of things. Because first of all, right now as I'm filming this, it's February. And of course, we're all excited about our goals for, the upcoming year when January hits. Even towards like the end of December, we're all like ready for the new year. And when the new year comes, we set all these amazing goals and intentions, and then it kind of just starts to fade a little bit. And that's with any goals. It's not just with makeup, it's not just with fitness, it's with anything. And I want to just make sure that I talk about this specifically in our world and in our careers and our jobs and what we do for a living as makeup artists. So like I said, I was just on, it was actually a feature film, and it took about 4 weeks of my time, but it was extremely time consuming, and I had to put a lot of energy into this particular project. So I really didn't have any time to do anything else besides that, which was fine, but it did take a lot out of me. And so when we wrapped, I kind of had to take several days to just kind of recoup from it all. And I feel like I'm sure there's some of you guys that have had similar experiences, whether it was a long-term or a shorter-term gig where it took a lot out of you. And then you finish the job and it takes a couple days to get back into the groove of things. Sometimes it takes even longer. I've been in situations in my career where I was hustling so hard and I finally worked, and because I was so exhausted of hustling and trying to get jobs and then actually working, I kind of just stepped away for a while and just didn't even try to do anything because I was so exhausted. So this is something that is very, very common in our world, and I want to share some things that I have had experience with that helps me. So if there's anything that you have personally that you want to share, please feel free to comment in the comments below, and I will, make sure that I comment back and everything like that. But I always love hearing from you guys. And while I'm sharing with you like my own personal things, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work for every single one of you. So definitely make sure you guys comment and chat below in the comments so that you can connect with each other and also kind of bounce ideas off of each other. So first things first, before I say anything, I do want to, I'm giving 4 ways, but there's like 4.5. So the first thing I'm going to say that I didn't quite put into like its own category or its own number is staying properly hydrated and getting enough sleep. This is something that I've realized is a very, very big, it's very important. And I've always known this. I mean, we all know, like, we need to stay hydrated. We need to sleep a lot. It's like every doctor tells us that. However, like, I experienced this so hard in this past gig that I was just on. I was actually getting decent rest, but not the rest that I'm used to. I usually try to sleep like at least 8 hours. Sometimes I'll sleep 9, but I try not to ever go over 9. Sometimes I do go over 9, but anywhere between like 7 to 9 hours is what I typically do each night. Now, with that being said, there are some people that actually operate better between 6 to 8. So if you're one of those people, by all means, just like make sure that you know what you can operate on the best at and you keep to that as often as possible. Because, you know, that's the time for you to kind of your entire body to like, you know, reset and basically just shut off for a second. So sleep is very, very important. But something that goes hand in hand with that is staying hydrated. This particular gig that I was on, I was barely drinking any water at all, and it affected me so horribly that my energy was just completely depleted. So stay hydrated and sleep as much as you can, and that is going to help you get back into the flow of things. So basically, when this particular job ended, I went straight into like a 2 or 3 day, like, I'm not gonna do anything if I don't have to mode. And I made sure that I drank a lot of water and that I slept a lot. And I don't know if this happens with you guys, but I know my body well enough that when, let's see, how do I put this? When I know my body well enough that when I'm dehydrated or if I'm doing something that's not good for my body, it usually takes about a day or two to affect me. So say, for instance, I eat a lot of salty foods. I intuitively know that in 2 days from now, I'll probably feel really, really bloated. It's not an immediate thing for my body. Same thing for like if I'm on a fitness journey and I'm working out and I'm eating right. Usually it takes me about 2 days for those results to start coming. So if I say, for instance, I did an hour and a half of working out one day and it was like a really rigorous, you know, workout. I'll see like my muscles start to kind of tighten up 2 days after that. Now, I'm not saying I'm like losing 10 pounds or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I just know my body very, very well that it reacts on about a 48-hour like time frame. So with that being said, if I don't get sleep, like there's several, it usually happens with me at least once a month where I just don't sleep at all. And just one day out of the month where I, for whatever reason, just cannot sleep. And so usually when that happens for me, 2 days later is when I feel it, when I feel really, really tired and I'm just like exhausted because I hadn't slept 2 nights before. It doesn't happen the next night. It's that following night. So that's how my body works. If you kind of are the same way where you kind of know your body, you know your flow, that helps a lot. So when I got off of this job, I took a lot of time to just rest because I was completely just like, oh, I was so tired and incredibly dehydrated. I'm still really dehydrated. I cannot believe how dehydrated. I'm surprised I didn't go to the hospital. Like, seriously. So now I'm going to go ahead and start. That's just like, I wanted to kind of talk about that and get that out there because it is very, very important. All right. So the first thing for how to essentially stay motivated or get back into the groove of pursuing your dreams is I always love to exercise. Recently, I've actually been doing a lot of yoga. So for me, it was yoga. I actually just went to this yoga class and oh my God, it was the most incredible experience ever. And I needed it so much. And for me, yoga is extremely healing. It's extremely relaxing. The type of yoga that I do anyways. I'm not a fan of like, there's a lot of newfound yoga places where it's like really intense yoga that incorporates like aerobic, like a, what is it called? Like aerobics or like tons of squats and like just it's like really intense or like hot yoga. Even vinyasa yoga, I'm not really into. I personally like restorative and yin yoga and also kundalini. And those are all meditation based. They're all very much more like, they're not so focused on like, let's get our body in shape. It's more like I'm going to heal my body. It's a very intentional practice. It's a very, it's just super healing. And but here's the thing, that's my personal experience with it. That's my personal opinion. So I'm not saying that anybody else that takes yoga words like vinyasa or ashtanga or anything like that, like by all means, you can do whatever you want. It's just personally, I've gotten hurt in the past, and there's just some teachers out there that really don't cater to people that don't do back bends and like flips and stuff. So I've never been a fan of it because there's just very few people that I trust would actually guide me in the proper way to do what I need to do. But anyways, that was a little bit of a tangent, but I love cycling, and I've been dying to go cycling recently, but that's something that I do to kind of release a lot of like tension, a lot of energy that's built up, a lot of, sometimes if it gets to that point, sometimes anger, whatever. You can go hiking. You can, if you like to do weightlifting. I know a good friend of mine loves to weightlift, and it's kind of like just this like stress release for her. So exercising not only like brings your, endorphins up and your dopamine levels up and all that kind of stuff. It makes you feel good, and it makes you feel proud and confident about yourself. And it also just releases like stressors, like not stressors, but it releases stress. So it kind of helps you start off your getting back in the groove of things. And that doesn't even have, you don't have to go to the gym. You don't even have to leave your bedroom if you don't want to. I actually love to do at home practices just in like literally in here. This is my bedroom, like just right in front of my bed. And I'll do like kickboxing. I love kickboxing because it really helps with stress. Let's see what else. I love Zumba. Zumba's really, really fun. Let's see, who else do I follow? Oh, there's this girl on YouTube. Her name is Rebecca Louise. Rebecca Louise Fitness, I believe, is what her YouTube channel is. I'm not entirely sure, but I love her stuff. It's very like short videos, so it's like 10, 12, maybe 15-minute videos, and that's kind of my style because I'm not a fan of working out for too long. I get really like, I don't want to say bored, but I just get like, ugh, I don't really have to do this. I just get unmotivated to do super long. So I usually try to like break down my videos with shorter spans of time. Just a personal thing. You do not have to do that at all. All right, so the second thing is to listen to uplifting music. So I'm a huge, huge, huge music lover. Music is in my family. It's been in my family for decades. And I'm very, very sensitive to music. So what I like to do is whenever I'm feeling like down or whenever I'm feeling unmotivated, I will put music on that I know like lifts my spirits up. So depending on the situation, the music choices vary. So for instance, today I knew that I needed to get back in the groove of things, of doing anything related to what it takes. And because I was taken away from it for so long, I was like, no. So I had to get kind of that like motivated feeling, but also super inspired. And so there's a particular woman in the Kundalini world that I listen to, and just her voice is like really uplifting, and it's very calming, and it balances me out so I can think straight. Now, if I am needing to clean or needing to organize or needing to just like get really excited and amped up and have high energy for, I don't know, just getting motivated again, I'll listen to a whole playlist that maybe brings me back to a really happy time of my life. Or for instance, there's this new song by Panic at the Disco called High Hopes, and that song really speaks to me. And so I'll play that if I'm like needing to like get amped up. So listen to uplifting music that will bring you to that place in any type of circumstance. And if you need to calm down, or if you need to be kind of balanced, or if you need to be relaxed, make a playlist for yourself. And that's what I have done. I've made a playlist, and I also have specific Pandora stations that I've created so that I like they're just right, just a click away. So that is the second one. The third one is watching uplifted videos or reading uplifting books. This is something I'm really, really huge on. I have like gone out of my way to watch really uplifting videos recently. And this is something I feel like probably is the one that really the most effective way for me to get back into the groove of things is to watch, listen, whatever to uplifting people. So motivational speakers, life coaches, whatever it might be. That's actually something that just like makes my heart beat and like gets me so happy and so incredibly motivated. Because here's the thing, when you see other people that are doing the things that you want to do or at a level that you hope to be at one day, and they're just telling you all these lovely things and telling you, reiterating the fact that you're more than capable of doing this or doing that. You can't help but get really excited about it. And then you just spark something in you and you're like, oh my gosh, after listening to this person, I just got an idea that I could do this, this, or this, or, you get organized. I don't know, whatever it might be. Like the person that I've been listening to, that I've been watching her videos, her name is Amanda Francis. And she does a lot of stuff on money blocks and just in general, like abundance. And that's my thing. I'm like obsessed with all of that. So anything manifesting, anything intentional, goal setting, meditating, yoga, anything like that, I am on board. So she does everything that encompasses manifesting success and money. So what I made sure that I did this particular last week was I rested up, I drank a shit ton of water that I needed, and I watched all these movies, not movies, all these videos and podcasts and audibles, which is just an audiobook, all about basically just straight up motivation. And that really got me and set me into this, it just brought my spirits back up. So after, taking some yoga classes, getting hydrated, getting rested, and then listening to all this, I was just ready. I was ready to get back into things. And I wasn't so sluggish. Cause that's the thing, we feel so sluggish sometimes, and it feels like, well, I'll just do it tomorrow, or well, I'll just send that email later, and then tomorrow and later never come. So sometimes you just have to do certain things before getting to those little tasks to get us back in motion. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with me. We all get lazy. We all get unmotivated. We all get disenchanted. So that right there, just the motivational videos helped in conjunction with the other things that I did previously. So the next thing, the fourth and last is meditating. So this past month I haven't been able to meditate, and it's been a bummer. I think I meditated maybe a couple times throughout the time, but I needed it really, really bad. But I have made sure that I carved out some time recently, the past couple days, to meditate a lot, which is good. And if you've been following me and what it takes for any amount of time, you know that I'm a huge, huge supporter of meditating and a huge advocate for it. I could literally talk about it all day. But here's the thing, meditating is so powerful. And what it's done for my career, I don't even can't even start to be I can't even begin to tell you the amazing things. Just recently I've been kind of talking about this a little bit more, which is meditating and what it's done for me. And the things that I've written out, I'm this is incredible. You guys, I have made more than $7,000 in a month. And I have manifested working with celebrities, which is awesome. I've manifested working with two of the biggest agencies in the country, in the US. I've manifested working at the Oscars, which is actually coming up next week. I've manifested getting in the craziest way too, it unfolded in the most the bizarre way. I was offered a makeup the supervisor of the makeup department at the LA Opera for a show. I'd never worked for the LA Opera before, but they were offering me a supervisor position, which is, I mean, it's just like out of this world. Like, where did that come from? But I manifested it. And while I was manifesting all this, I was doing very specific meditations. And so you can probably only imagine how much I like would scream at the top of my lungs about how you should meditate and everybody in our industry should meditate. Not only, can it bring some really awesome things in your life if you're doing the certain like specific guided meditations that are like geared for, attracting abundance and things like that. However, we are in the most stressful, a super, super stressful industry where, we're constantly being pushed to hurry up and go. We work with people that sometimes can be difficult. It's hard to even get jobs. It's hard to sustain jobs. We may or may not get checks for months at a time. It's a very, very stressful industry, and it can do a lot of damage to your emotions and your mind. So meditating will help just completely balance that out for you so that you can deal with things better. You can have a better attitude about things. And essentially, once you kind of bring all that together and, balance it all out and bring your confidence up and everything like that, things will start to open up for you. Opportunities will start to kind of what seems to land in your lap the way it has for me. I mean, seriously, there's been like craziest things. Now, I will say though, I'm not saying that just because I was meditating that things were just falling in my lap. I'm a super, super like hyper go-getter, and there is that, disclosure. You can manifest whatever the hell you want as long as you're willing to put in the footwork that goes with it to manifest the big things. So that essentially is like the 4 things that there's an ambulance outside. That is the 4 things that I have personally chosen that kind of will help you get back into the groove of things. So hopefully it will anyways. And help you get in the groove of pursuing your dreams again. And it's just so you know, like, don't ever be down on yourself if you are in that position right now or have been recently, or if you will be soon. I don't know. I just know that we all go through it, and I'm always here if you ever need somebody to talk to and, talk through it with anybody. And we have our Facebook group if any of you guys want to kind of like speak your frustrations and kind of vent or whatever you want to do. We're all here to support each other. And if you haven't already, you can join the Facebook group. It's What It Takes Makeup Artistry platform on Facebook, and you have to request to join. So if you haven't already joined, just go there and request and answer the 2 questions, and you can come on in. And I do free trainings in there, and we have an amazing group of people, amazing group of artists that support each other, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of inspiration and motivation and support. So the last thing that I have for you guys is, I was just talking about meditation and how important it is. And I have actually created an entire meditation series, and I want to offer you guys a free meditation, and I'm calling it the Manifesting Makeup Artist Meditation. And basically, I created this whole series that encompasses all of the meditations that I have personally listened to, implemented, and basically meditated to for pretty much the past couple of years. And I've taken a lot of notes and recorded which ones I tried that worked really, really well for me. And so basically what I did is I put an entire group of meditations that I recorded, and I, put music to and everything that mixes kind of the the meditations that I've done all together. So this particular free meditation is a really good starting point for you if this is, if you're new to meditation, or if you're new to our community and you just want to try it out, or if you just want to like test the waters and see what you can manifest. And it's incredible what will happen for you if you listen to this meditation every single day for at least a week, if not 30 days. And when I listen to the meditation that this is based off of for 30 days, I had some really, really amazing things happen. And this was like a couple years ago, and I've like 3 years ago now that I first started getting into meditation. And it was mind blowing. It was absolutely mind blowing because I never thought like I would be able to listen to something and then feel intuitive thoughts and actually like manifest things from the desires that I had thought, and like what I wanted to manifest, and the goals that I had, they actually happened. And while there was definitely some that didn't happen, there was a lot that did. So I really, really hope that you take the time to sign up for that meditation, because I really, really want you to succeed, and I want you to have an amazing career. And I strongly believe that meditation is imperative to implement as a makeup artist, if you're a freelance makeup artist especially. So if you want to download the free meditation, just click in the link that is in the description box, and it will take you to a page that you just type in your email, and you're going to get all of the information through your email, and it's going to send you the digital download of it, and you'll be able to have it forever. You can put it on your computer, you can put it, I think you can put it on your phone. I'm not entirely sure, but it's yours to have forever. Okay? All right, well, I hope you guys like this video. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, and make sure you're following us and subscribing to the channel. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.